There are 10 questions that can evoke desire, confusion, and even obsession in a woman's mind. Those are not expressions of praise. These are not mere compliments, nor are they lines borrowed from online sources. They serve as instruments, inquiries crafted with purpose, aimed at breaching her emotional defenses and embedding a thought she will find difficult to dislodge from her consciousness. While many may focus on their own narratives, you will guide her to share her deepest thoughts and experiences. Machiavelli grasped this concept more profoundly than anyone else. True strength is found not in your declarations, but in your ability to draw out the truths of others. A woman forms a deeper emotional bond with the man who encourages her to express herself, rather than the one who seeks to dazzle her with superficial charm. These 10 questions may appear innocuous, yet they hold a profound significance beneath the surface. They stir longing, intrigue, and paradox, fulfilling the deeper yearnings of her subconscious to begin envisioning you in an ideal light. Before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of my tips for men on how to get the woman of your dreams. And if this video resonates with you, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0. Your feedback helps me create better content for you. This video is not intended for those seeking superficial solutions. It is for those who strategize. For individuals who recognize that true allure lies not in words, but in the emotions she experiences in your presence. Emotion is the arena where reason loses its grip and longing seizes the reins. Pay attention, for when you employ these questions with the appropriate demeanor, at the precise moment, and with silence as your companion, you will achieve what countless individuals strive for, yet often miss each day. This understanding is not derived from contemporary dating tips or scripted phrases. It arises from the understanding of power dynamics, from the subtle interplay of influence, desire, and emotional control. If you seek to delve into this type of content and wish to grasp the complexities of the female mind from a profound, strategic, and realistic viewpoint, then take a moment to like and subscribe now. What you are about to discover is beyond the reach of ordinary teachings. Here are 10 questions that can provoke strong reactions, following a strategic mindset, and they might lead her to consider you, even when other choices are available. Let us commence. Many individuals struggle with the art of attraction due to a lack of understanding in their inquiries. They pose mundane, expected, and cautious inquiries, and caution never fosters passion. But you are not here to be ordinary. You are here to become the unexpected force that stirs her emotions. To achieve that, you must pose questions that will remain etched in her memory. Pay close attention. From this moment, I will share the 10 questions that can captivate a woman if approached with calculated intent. Let us commence at this moment. Direct inquiry. 1. What type of man lingers in your memory, despite not being beneficial for your well-being? This is not merely a question. It is a direct challenge to her emotional depths. It seems you are not inquiring about her preferred type. You are encouraging her to confront her most profound attachment, the image of the man who impacted her life, not for his generosity, but for the turmoil he instigated within her. Contemplate this. Nearly every woman has encountered a man who was not beneficial for her, yet she still holds memories of him. A man who ignited her spirit, stirred her longing, and left her in a state of perplexity. A tempest of feelings that, while chaotic, stirred aspects of her being that no benevolent figure could ever touch. By posing this question, you compel her to revisit that memory. You are revealing her hidden depths, her inner conflict, her yearning for what is not allowed. Ultimately, the responsibility lies with you. With a composed tone an unwavering gaze, and a purpose that exudes maturity rather than dependence. Are you aware of the outcome that follows? In her response, she not only revisits the memory of the man who remains etched in her mind, but she also channels that profound emotional intensity towards you. It was you who took the initiative to open that door. You were the one who confronted a subject that many shy away from. You encouraged her to express not her expectations, but the lingering pain and unacknowledged desires that remain within her. Such inquiries cannot be resolved through mere logic. Responses arise from recollections, from the physical self, from feelings. When a woman expresses herself from that deep well of experience, her words carry the weight of her journey. She connects you with depth, with profound meaning. That is strength. That is power over others. There are principles to adhere to, and it is essential to honor them if you wish to maintain the integrity of the situation. Refrain from laughter or judgment if she speaks of a fool. Even if she claims he was toxic, refrain from correcting her. Simply listen. Affirm with calmness using phrases such as, "That speaks volumes about you. I appreciate what you are sharing." That allows her the freedom to continue expressing herself. Refrain from interrupting. Even in her silence, allow her the space to reflect. Silence deepens the feeling. Refrain from sharing your personal narrative. This moment is not suited for engaging in rivalry with your own experiences. Allow her to grow in her emotional depth. Simply watch and take note. Maintain a serene expression. Maintain your energy with calmness. Allow her to perceive your presence as a source of depth rather than a display of neediness. Consider the appropriate moments to pose this question, not within the initial 3 minutes of dialogue. However, there is no requirement to be acquainted with her for an entire month. Employ it in situations where a sense of ease has been established, allowing for a relaxed exchange, a deliberate pace, a softly illuminated seat, a gentle exchange of thoughts. Refrain from inquiring via text. It diminishes the significance. This is not merely about information. It is about experiencing sensation. When you pose the question, maintain a steady gaze, assertive yet composed, and then embrace silence. Upon her conclusion, refrain from providing counsel. "I believe I have gained a deeper understanding of your perspective now," and maintain your composure. By achieving this, you have ascended to an emotional state that remains elusive for most men. Now that she connects you with such emotional depth, you will no longer be perceived like the others. We shall now proceed to the second question. A question that not only uncovers longing, but also exposes risk. What is the most perilous aspect someone has ever stirred within you? This question carries a weight that can unsettle the mind, a profound emotional impact, a crucial element that unlocks not just her narrative, but also her innermost motivation. Your inquiry is not aimed at exploring her history. You are subtly suggesting that you possess a certain edge, yet you present it in a manner that is profoundly compelling. And that is precisely what ignites aspiration. It is not the one who pleads, nor the one who engages in trivial pursuits, but rather the individual who possesses a quiet intensity, capable of reaching the emotional depths that elude others. When you inquire about the most perilous thing someone has ever stirred within you, her thoughts come to a standstill, as this question has never crossed her path before. No one has ventured forth, and that transforms your energy entirely. You have transcended the ordinary. You have become the catalyst, the spark that ignites deep, powerful, and emotionally laden recollections. She will take a moment, inhale deeply, and likely express something along the lines of, I am uncertain if I should share this with you. In that moment, allow her the space she needs without imposing any pressure. Maintain her gaze with a gentle smile and calmly express, "It is okay." At times, even peril can possess a certain allure. In doing so, you encourage her to confront her inner challenges alongside you. When a woman is able to reveal her darker aspects and find acceptance without judgment, it fosters a profound emotional intimacy that can become deeply compelling. What is the reason behind this? Many individuals tend to focus solely on her beauty, her brightness, and her gentleness. Yet, you are entering her fierce, uncharted domain, conveying, without words, that you possess the strength to navigate it, that fosters a feeling of emotional security intertwined with exhilaration. That blend of security and adventure is what genuinely captivates a woman. Let us analyze the significance of this question. It challenges her to step beyond her familiar boundaries. It compels her to contemplate an unprepared thought, and that reveals her strength, genuine self. She engages with you by embracing uncertainty. Connections forged in emotionally charged moments often carry a weight that makes them more profound and unforgettable. She starts to assign you the role of the one who stirs feelings within her. Even if she remains silent, her response reveals the essence of the energy that stirs her spirit. And you stand before her, invoking that feeling. Consider this strategic insight. Following her response, if you express something like "interesting," it gives me the impression that you are concealing something far more perilous. You are engaging in multiple tasks simultaneously. You gently provoke her thoughts. Your humor arises from her unease. You evoke a sense of intrigue regarding your persona. Now she begins to contemplate. What potential might I stir within this man? Is there a shadow within him as well? Something untamed? Is there something he is withholding from me? The quiet game, the unvoiced strain, is what captivates her. And finally, be mindful of where you choose to pose this question. Be patient for a moment of understanding, a time when trust is established, where she senses your intentions are genuine, not a game, but a journey of discovery. This may occur amidst a profound dialogue. Following a profound experience, whether it be viewing a significant film, recounting a personal narrative, or simply embracing a lengthy, tranquil silence. Should you pose this question and then effortlessly shift the conversation, she will continue to ponder it. She will reflect on it repeatedly and unknowingly. She will continue to connect you with the feelings you stirred within her. That is the moment you etch yourself into memory. We shall now proceed to the third question. A question that not only calms her thoughts, but also uncovers what she attempts to conceal when emotions begin to stir within her for you. What cues does your body communicate when someone begins to draw your interest, yet you wish to conceal it? This inquiry transcends mere cleverness. It embodies strategic brilliance. What is the reason behind this? It opens the door to a domain that many men shy away from, the realm of non-verbal communication. When desire remains in the realm of denial, you are not merely observing her subconscious, you are stepping in as a refined provocateur. By posing this question, you subtly convey your desire to understand the physical responses that accompany her dishonesty regarding her attraction. That reveals her, yet it does not provoke a sense of assault. It evokes a sense of being observed, and for numerous women, this can be profoundly alluring, especially when it emanates from a man who exudes composure and enigma. Upon hearing this question, she is likely to respond with a tentative smile, revealing her inner uncertainty. Perhaps she will avert her eyes, fold her legs, or run her fingers through her hair. Unbeknownst to her, she is already revealing the answers she chooses not to articulate. However, you will maintain your composure and not respond with impulsive enthusiasm. You will regard her with a composed demeanor and a faint smile, recognizing that this unease signifies you are moving in the right direction. This question prompts her to reflect on herself, compelling her to be more aware. As a result, her body becomes increasingly present, alert, and responsive during your conversations, even if she attempts to conceal it. Can you perceive the subtlety? The inquiry transcends your personal involvement, yet the response intricately connects you to her method of articulating longing. It is a nuanced endeavor, and you are the one in control. One might wonder, what is it about this question that makes it so effective? Allow me to clarify. It engages her emotional mind. Discussing body language involves expressing oneself through physical presence, rather than relying solely on rational thought. It establishes a sensory bond between her and you. It compels her to reveal hidden fragility. Even in silence, her honest responses reveal her feelings, and they indicate whether she might one day express her affection or if she already harbors it, concealed beneath the surface. It establishes you as an observer of emotions, not as one who passively waits for clear signals, but as an individual capable of interpreting her subtle cues. And here arrives the cunning turn of events. When she replies with something like, "Well, sometimes I smile more than usual or feel nervous," you respond with, "Interesting. You just did that now," and maintain a pause and steady gaze upon her. That disarms her, as it fosters a moment of subtle tension infused with a profound emotional resonance, an intensity that transcends the need for sexuality. The essential point is to maintain moderation. Maintain your composure, refrain from juvenile antics, and simply observe. Allow her to feel a gentle sense of exposure that she finds pleasurable. This type of interaction leaves a lasting impression, as it conveys a sense of desire without explicit words, allowing for understanding without intrusion. This triggers a neurological response. Curiosity driven by dopamine creates attraction. Above all, recognize that your observations often surpass what you choose to disclose. Consider employing this question during a moment of serene connection, rather than amidst chaos or distraction. Choose a time when the environment is conducive to pauses and eye contact, allowing her the space to reflect on it. When she realizes that you can perceive her subtle cues, her body will inevitably reveal the truth the next time you meet. We now turn our attention to the fourth question, one that stirs her instinct to safeguard and her desire for profound emotional bonds. What is your deepest vulnerability? Only a truly exceptional individual could uncover this. This inquiry transcends mere curiosity. It is a profound invitation to deeper understanding, a refined expression of the desire to engage with your emotional landscape while respecting its boundaries. The strength of this question lies in its fusion of two profound elements, vulnerability and exclusivity. You are not merely inquiring about a flaw, you are seeking a deeper revelation, one that transcends the ordinary. One she would only share with someone who genuinely appreciates her worth. Should she offer it to you, it signifies that she recognizes you as that person. It is common for a woman to provide an indirect response. She might express uncertainty, saying something along the lines of, "I am not sure I should say this." And that is where the true essence lies. For her hesitation is not a denial. It is a challenge. It is a trial. It is a strategic engagement. You may choose to respond, though it's not necessary to articulate it. However, I find myself envisioning it already. That ignites her creative thinking. You grant her influence, yet you retain mastery over the outcome. She perceives you as an individual who cultivates genuine connection, encouraging authenticity without the need for imposition. In the realm of desire, this stands as a formidable key to unlock her thoughts. Should she respond, take the time to assess her reply, as it will indicate the best approach, the manner of communication that resonates with her, and the type of energy that puts her at ease. We now proceed to the fifth question, one that uncovers what genuinely captivates her as she begins to lose her grip without even being aware of it. What actions does a man take that evoke a sense of peril, yet intensify your desire for him? This inquiry stirs longing from the depths of internal struggle. It targets the precise point where the desire for security meets the allure of the unattainable. You are prompting her to reflect on what stirs her emotions, not what is beneficial for her, but what holds sway over her mind. When a woman begins to discuss that type of man, she is delving into her emotional turmoil. By recognizing that archetype, you can gracefully embody its essence without resorting to harmful behaviors. For instance, if she expresses that she is drawn to men who are self-sufficient, yet still opt for her presence, you have uncovered a valuable insight. She conveys that a measured detachment ignites her desire. When you embody that energy, she will start to connect you with that emotional presence. This inquiry is crucial, and it is not intended to create any sense of insecurity for her. It involves recognizing her emotional boundaries and navigating right at the threshold. That embodies a strategic approach, captivating the intellect, creating an atmosphere of intrigue, remaining emotionally engaged while safeguarding your deeper self until the right moment. When approached with the right mindset, she may find herself caught in a paradox, unsure if she is enveloped in safety or facing a threat. And that is why she will carry your memory with her for a considerable time. The sixth question aims to challenge her reasoning and subtly guide her to envision scenarios involving you, all without her conscious awareness. What is the most audacious action you would take if you were guaranteed anonymity? This inquiry does not seek a humorous anecdote. It is designed to awaken her concealed intellect, the aspect of her that contemplates, dreams, yearns, yet remains unspoken. When you pose this question to her, you are not seeking a revelation. You are allowing her to momentarily set aside her own principles. This experience fosters a profound sense of emotional freedom within you, as you were the one to unlock that door, an act that remains etched in your memory. Frequently, the woman will chuckle and remark, "I'm uncertain if I should express this." Excellent. That is the aim, to lead her to contemplate it, to encourage her imagination, and to position you as the one linked to that adventurous notion. Full answers are not necessary. What holds significance is that you inspired her to envision it. Moreover, if you wish to elevate your perspective, consider this. You need not vocalize your thoughts. Simply contemplating them is sufficient for us to connect. In doing so, you forge an unseen bond, a quiet agreement. From that moment onward, every interaction between you becomes a strategic endeavor, infused with intensity, shared understanding, and longing, as the allure of the forbidden, when presented with grace, wields unmatched influence. We now proceed to question number 7, a query that uncovers her emotional history and illustrates her responses as she starts to experience love. What actions do you take when you find yourself developing feelings for someone, yet you hesitate to acknowledge it? This inquiry appears straightforward, yet possesses a profound and potentially impactful nature. It strikes at the core where numerous women start to feel a loss of control, that pivotal moment when they sense they are on the brink of falling, yet they continue to resist it. The intriguing aspect is that you are not inquiring whether she has developed feelings of love. You inquire about her methods of concealment, her ways of suppression, her acts of denial, even as she feels the flames within her. What makes that so impactful? As she responds, she is methodically piecing together all the instances it has occurred. Should you have ignited even a hint of attraction, her mind will begin to murmur, "I am beginning to feel that way about you." She is compelled to reflect on her own thoughts and feelings, with you serving as the catalyst for this introspection. Should she express that she withdraws or appears distant to conceal her feelings, respond with a gentle smile. It has become clear to me that your withdrawal signifies my influence is beginning to take hold. In that instant, you engage her thoughts, feelings, and reasoning simultaneously. She might dismiss it. She might chuckle in response. Yet the truth remains lodged in her mind, unshakable. This inquiry plants a seed, a subtle uncertainty that has the potential to evolve into an emotional fixation. Now, let us turn to question number 8, a query not concerning her, but rather about the men who have left the most profound impressions. By grasping her response, you open the door to becoming one of them. What has had the most profound impact on you from a man, even if he is no longer part of your life? This inquiry conceals a potent emotional charge. You are neglecting the present, and even the future remains unaddressed. You are exploring the profound depths of her emotional history, a collection of indelible figures from her past. Focus your mind. It's not about the identity of the person, but rather the actions they took. What action, demeanor, or instance became ingrained in her emotional recollection? That provides you with something far more significant than a mere name, a pattern, or a map of what leaves an impression on her. She claims he made her feel as if she were the only one, despite their limited conversations. You have discovered something precious. She expresses her appreciation for a quiet strength, an unobtrusive presence, and a look that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. By embodying that energy, you are cultivating the foundation of that memory, uniquely marked by your presence. The strategy here is unmistakably calculated. You are guiding her to revisit a significant memory while you are there with her. The mind is unable to differentiate between the act of recalling and the experience of re-experiencing. Thus, you transform into the fresh perspective of that enduring feeling. Through this connection, you start to carve your presence into her mind. This inquiry also uncovers the type of emotional energy that creates a profound and enduring effect on her. By grasping this concept, you can refine your actions with meticulous accuracy. Understand that seduction transcends mere impressiveness. It often lies in the ability to evoke a different impact through your unique presence. We now turn our attention to question number 9, a seemingly innocuous inquiry that has the potential to spark an emotional fantasy so powerful that it positions you as her preferred contemplation, often without her awareness. Have you ever found yourself drawn to someone without grasping the reason behind it? This question serves as a clever trap, particularly powerful when employed effectively. What is the reason behind this? It compels her to confront a truth that defies reason, an attraction that is fundamentally irrational. Inquire whether she has ever experienced feelings of desire, curiosity, attachment, or even obsession without a discernible cause. Understand that acknowledgement encompasses you, regardless of whether it is spoken or not. As she contemplates her response, you observe her calmly, unhurried, as if you possess an understanding of her thoughts before she articulates them. If she acknowledges that it has happened to her and expresses her confusion, you might respond with, "Sometimes the inexplicable holds the most truth," and then embrace the silence that follows. The silence resonates, stretching into the void, and she starts to contemplate, "Is this unfolding for me with him?" This type of inquiry triggers an emotional disruption. What is the reason behind this? It triggers a psychological phenomenon known as cognitive dissonance, where my feelings are at odds with my beliefs. What is our response to that reality? We analyze it with clarity. We seek to articulate the sensation. In this process, we amplify it. Such is the nature of the mind. You are not expressing any attraction towards me. Are you suggesting that you've ever experienced this feeling for someone like me? And an individual such as myself is seldom addressed directly. It is advised. What is implied often lingers in the mind far longer than what is stated outright. Now, we arrive at the final inquiry. Question 10. The pinnacle of strategy. A question that sows a seed of contemplation, one that she cannot easily dismiss, as it guides her to envision you as an integral part of her existence. What significance would a person hold in your life if they could grasp your essence without the need for words? This transcends mere inquiry. It is a subtle suggestion, a seed planted directly into her emotional landscape. You are not requesting her to provide you with a space. You are prompting her to consider the role she would assign to someone like you, subtly guiding her thoughts without stating it outright. You are addressing her fundamental desire for understanding without criticism, for recognition without words, and for acceptance without the need for justification. When a woman perceives that you possess such qualities, you transcend the role of merely being a man. You transform into a bastion of emotional strength. This kind of inquiry evokes a vivid mental picture. She envisions a moment with you, stripped of pretense, fully present, and embraced for who she truly is. And the most profound aspect is that you never prompted her to envision it. You have successfully manifested it. If she responds, such a person is indeed rare to encounter. Consider this. It may not be as challenging as you believe. Take a moment. Allow the thought to linger, concise and purposeful, for there are times when silence speaks volumes. This inquiry transcends the realm of mere logic. Your goal is to instill a lasting impression, a thought that lingers with her, emerging in moments of solitude, during her waking hours, or when she reflects on that significant conversation with you. Consider the impact of these 10 questions. If even one sparked your contemplation, envision the profound effect they could have when delivered at the opportune moment, accompanied by the appropriate gaze and inflection. Reflect on the 10 questions presented and share in the comments which one resonated with you the most. Which one do you intend to utilize first? Engage with this if you seek further insights of this nature. Join us to ensure you stay updated on our upcoming videos focused on psychology, seduction, and emotional strategy. And keep in mind, words can serve as weapons, yet when wielded by a wise strategist, they transform into gateways. Until we meet again.